A playoff spot is hanging in the balance of a great rest of the regular season. What's up, everybody? The Bo Patterson underdog story is back here, and we have to defeat Texas A&M and a bunch of other schools to see if we can get into the playoffs. So we are versus Texas A&M. First time Bo gets up, real shot at it. He was taking this one all the way inside the 20-yard line, near the 15 with that amazing run. And on another 1st and 10, a couple plays later, he was getting in the end zone, and we were taking the early first quarter lead. We would get the ball right back just a couple minutes later, and we were taking the second one to the end zone. And just before the end of the first half, we were just trying to get in the board one more time, maybe get this lead even further. And on a 2nd and 9 play, to start the third quarter, we weren't going anywhere. They were starting to get to us, as this screen pass wasn't working either. We couldn't do anything right now. A 1st and 10, a couple plays later, and our quarterback would throw this one to Bo, but it's intercepted. While he called for it, it wasn't a great ball, and that would get them inside the 10-yard line, and they had a shot to tie this game up. They would, and now it's time for us to try to go downfield, as our teammate got a great play right there. 2nd and 9, play action pass, quarterback keeper, and he was taking this one to the end zone to make this game ours, trying to keep this game in balance. And we would do it. We would win 21-14 versus Texas A&M with an almost 200-yard day and 2 touchdowns. And now we have to keep going to see if we can make it. Looking ahead at the rest of our schedule, we only have Ole Miss and Vandy left here on the schedule. See if we can win out the rest of the season. Time to play Ole Miss at home. Gotta win out the rest of the season here. And see if we can do it here versus the Ole Miss Rebels, just trying to stay alive here, and see if we can win everything possible and try to make it all the way here to the college football playoff. Our first play from scrimmage, we were taking this pitch all the way, cutting upfield and beating this guy, and we were taking this one to the crib early and take the first quarter lead versus the Ole Miss Rebels. With one last play before the end of the first quarter, Bo was taking this one outside, and we were getting past the 30-yard line before getting stopped. And that's how we did the first quarter, 7-7, and we'd be getting the ball. First play of the second quarter, we are taking this screen pass with excellent box to the end zone to take the lead back here in the second quarter from the Ole Miss Rebels, Bo already having 124 yards on the day. On the next play, this screen pass would barely go for anything, but with just a couple seconds left, Bo was taking this one just for a couple yards to get us inside field range, but he does not go down, and they are not giving up without a fight. Ole Miss isn't. Here, when screen pass right here before the end of the half, we were breaking this one outside and getting near the 15. And trying to get to the line, we couldn't. Coach would call timeout, and we were just going to try to set up our field goal unit. We would, but they would also score, and we have our first deficit here as the first quarter's about to end. Here, third quarter, 50 seconds left, and Bo's not going down without a fight. On this 1st and 10 screen pass, he was taking this one all the way. Nobody was going to outrun him, and he was in the end zone to take our lead back here versus Ole Miss, now having 290 and 29 yards. And on a 1st and 10 to get into the end zone, Bo would be stopped short. 2nd and goal draw, and that one was in the end zone, and we now have this game locked up versus Ole Miss. We would win 31-28, and Bo would get SEC Offensive Player of the Week. And now it's time to play Vanderbilt, the last game of the season. Looking at our awards watch list so far, we have the Maxwell Award for first rat, Walter Camp John Walker, and the Heisman Trophy is once again in our favor. And it's time to see if we can win the 2030 Heisman. A couple good games. It doesn't look like we're going to make the SEC Conference Championship. A couple good teams ahead of us. But with a couple more upgrades, Bo is officially now at 99 overall. And this is it. It's time for the Vanderbilt, Tennessee rivalry here at Trust Bank Stadium. Time to get this win versus Vanderbilt and improve our chances of going to the college football playoff. First play of scrimmage, Bo was taking this pitch to the end zone here, breaking inside, and he was not letting this number 16 guy catch him. He was just barely sneaking through. He was in the end zone. We were starting off this game hot, a 75-yard rushing touchdown for Bo to start off the game. First and 10, though, or later in the game, it's first and 10, and we would get this one, a big rush there from Bo. This pitch pass, though, was once again getting Bo outside, and when he gets outside, it's game over. We would take another touchdown here as we had 1 minute left in the first quarter. Next time we touched the ball, it's the beginning of the third, and their defense was starting to lock in as they had forced a fumble against Bo. 3rd and 11, we need to pick something up here, and great blocks would lead to an open field, and an open field would lead to a Bo Patterson touchdown to take a 21-7 lead. And once again, another one, that's 27, and once again, this game is just getting out of hand. But penalties do come back to haunt us, and we were going to get inside of 10, except this holding penalty against our teammate, number 71. But on a 1st and 19, we were taking this one the extra mile, the extra 10 yards we didn't get, and making this one 35-7. 35-7, just before the end of the half. Bo was taking this one, getting through the gaps, and we would score once more right before the end of the half. And with barely any time left in the game, 3rd and 17, take this one the extra mile, and this one would get us near the 50-yard line. 42-7, and we were taking this one, cutting a field, and Bo Patterson was taking off 7 touchdowns in one day. Wave to the crowd, kid. A way to go, senior year, regular season in the books with an amazing 49-7 win here in the rivalry of Tennessee here. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode here of the Bo Patterson Road to Glory. It's been a great ride. I'll see y'all in the next one where the playoffs begin. Peace.